Good afternoon and Roll Tribe, ICC fans. Welcome to another edition of Live with the Tribe here on our YouTube page. We do appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Over 200 checked out the show last week. Remember to subscribe to our page while you're here. That way you can get updates on when the show drops each Friday. So we've got a full show coming your way this week, and of course we do want to recognize our sponsor, Renaissance Bank, for helping make this show possible. But this week's show, we're going to talk with ICC Softball coach Kelly Beth Ernest. The Indians, they're actually opening their season right now as they're participating in the Mardi Gras Invitational down in the Lafayette, Louisiana area. So they'll be playing 3 games today. If you want to check in on that, now we won't be streaming those games on Let's Go ICC TV, but we'll have updates throughout the afternoon on our Twitter account at Let's Go ICC. So you'll want to be sure and check that out as we continue throughout the day. So we'll talk with her about the start of the season, and then later in the show, we're going to jump into our football media day, or not really media day, but it was a meet and greet with the new football coaches on National Signing Day. So we'll get to meet our new coaches, and then we'll also get to meet some of the newest members of the ICC family. You'll see some graphics on this show, and by the way, kudos to Lee Adams on those amazing graphics he always does on National Signing Day. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll hear from softball coach Kelly Beth Ernest on the start of the season here at ICC. You're watching Live with the Tribe.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
And welcome back to Live with the Tribe, being presented by Renaissance Bank. And we're going to talk softball, as technically their season has already started by the time the show airs, as they've got 3 games going on today down around the Lafayette area. And joining us on the show now is going to be first-year head coach Kelly Beth Ernest. And is it okay if I call you KB?
I suppose.
Okay, so KB, thanks for joining us for today's show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about it. The season's here now. I know there's been a lot of anticipation building up to the season. Of course, you guys are currently playing right now when the show starts airing. But just talk about the anticipation of getting this week, getting to game day.
Well, you know, softball and baseball are the 2 sports that they're different than most others. We spend all fall, practicing, going hard every single day without the game day, and that's one of I think the hardest things in being a part of this sport is working so long before you get here. So this has been a long time anticipated. We've been excited all fall. The ladies have been working so hard. But this week they've really gotten locked in, and they're excited to get going. And I'm ready to stand back and watch them do what they do and see all that they can accomplish.
Well, I always joke for many years, and of course you've been here before, but with Rick, you always know when baseball and softball season gets here because 2 things happen. It starts raining and it gets cold. So talk about the challenges this week of preparing for the opening of the season, but Mother Nature basically not playing along with you guys.
Well, I've always noticed that at the beginning of January, right after New Year's, if there's a few days that it hits, maybe the 60s and the sun's out, that means the spring's going to be cold. Which Mississippi weather, it can snow one day and be 90 the next. But this week we are having to do a lot of indoors. But they work so well and work hard, and I hope that they can take everything that they've learned from our time on our field and the times that we've had and just carry it on. And they're used to it. I mean, this is the same weather that they had the whole time, growing up playing high school and travel ball. So,
well, Coach, this is your first year, so you've got sophomores left over from last year, which you're familiar with because you recruited some of them to come to ICC when you were a volunteer assistant here. And then you got your first group of freshmen. So let's focus on the sophomores, not necessarily name names, but talk about the sophomores and how important that leadership for them is going to be, getting these freshmen up to speed on the collegiate level, because I don't care what anybody says, it is a huge jump from that high school to collegiate level, even on the JUCO level.
Yeah. Well, this sophomore class is special. Um, One thing I absolutely love about junior college, community college is that these young ladies, they grow up. These sophomores in a 4-year program would still be underclassmen, quote unquote. And these young ladies are they're the leaders of this team, and they're getting prepared to either, if they go to play 4-year ball, they're going to step into a role where they have had leadership experience, or later in life, just whenever they get into their careers, etc. But this group that we have, I mean, for example, yesterday we were at practice, and you know sometimes a few little errors can happen even during practice. And I had a one particular player just say, "Hey, coach, like, can we have just a second?" And gathers them together, and they fixed it. And that, as a coach, like, it almost brings tears to your eyes, because you're seeing them grow into the young women that they are and the leaders that they are. And I'm just very blessed with the sophomore class that we have.
And then, of course, you talk about those freshmen, and a biggest part of it to me is going to be just kind of getting the nerves out of them whenever they do take the field for the first time, because they are going from high school, where a lot of them has basically played since 7th or 8th grade, and now they're in that big spotlight of collegiate ball. And we talk about that jump, and I think maybe that time that first pitch hits, or that first time the ball comes to them, that's when it clicks. But talk about, I guess, just, and you can use your experiences as a player as well, first time playing as a collegiate player, but talk about helping bringing them up to maybe get rid of those nerves before the game.
Well, I think there's always going to be a few nerves, no matter sophomore, freshman, manager, coach, umpire. Even if it's your first game, that first pitch is when it all hits. All the stuff, all the work that they put in. And they are at a different level now, and that's intimidating sometimes. But what I really try to just kind of preach to them is that softball. You know, uh, when we go out recruiting, I've even said this before to recruits. They might be a little nervous whenever a college coach shows up to the game, and I've always said, well, when you come and play for me, am I going to be at practice every day? And they say, well, yes, ma'am. And I said, well, any coach or umpire or whoever fan, they're going to be there whenever, when you play. Well, yes, ma'am. I said, well, then there ain't no need to be nervous. Let's just do what you do and enjoy it. And that's, I hope that the crew that we have, understands that. And I really think they do. And I really think they're excited. But I think that first pitch, when the umpire calls ball or strike, I think the nerves are going to settle a little bit. I hope for me too.
Well, that was going to be my next point. I was going to say, okay, now you're talking all this, coach. Now this is going to be your first game as a head coach. You have been a volunteer at Delta State. You've been a volunteer here. You and Hawk, you've done everything you can. Now it's on the players to get out there. But as your first head coach experience, or are you going to pass out when you bring the lineup to the plate, or are you going to be ready to go too?
Well, by this time that this shows, I guess we'll know what I've done.
Yes.
No, I really think it'll be okay. The ladies, I've told them, I said the whole time, I want us to learn together, and they support me, and they just, the team is so great and they do a good job with me. But I told them yesterday, I have been waiting for this day and that first pitch since May 26th, when I got the phone call to come back home to Itawamba. So it's just what it's all about. And the nerves are good. Some nerves give us a little more sense of urgency, and we all want to do well. And, we're going to succeed and fail together all year. And I've talked with them, and they all support me as well. And Coach Hawk, and they're going to be there with me all the way through it. So I think I'll be okay. I hope.
Yeah. Well, you'll have 5 games over 2 days, 3 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, come home Sunday, shake off everything on Monday, and then you host your home opener on Tuesday. So the season's here. So, I guess you can say everything you prepare for is ready to hit the ground running now.
Yep, we're ready to get going. That first home game is going to be surreal, with families coming in, seeing the freshmen on the field for the first time. And I'm so excited to have, other sports that are here, volleyball, women's basketball, soccer. I've had questions, well, when's first home game? We want to be out there. We might have to bring a blanket, but we'll be out there. And I'm just excited for the girls to have that experience and feel how special it is to be a part of a family like Itawamba Community College Athletics is. It's a true family, and I can't wait for them to experience that.
Well, Coach, I'm going to give you an opportunity now to kind of just address the fan base and encourage them to come out Tuesday for those that can't make the trip this weekend, of course, but be that home opener. And it's always a fun time whenever softball's back on campus.
Yeah, any fan or anyone come on out. I'm very excited. These girls have worked so hard. This team is so special, and I just hope that we can make it a fun environment for them to play in. And I think that you won't be let down by the quality of play and just the quality of human beings that you'll see on that field. So,
well, Coach, hopefully you're 2-0, getting ready to go 3-0 by the time people start tuning in for this. And we do encourage you all to visit letsgoicc.com to keep up with softball, find the schedule, and also follow us on Twitter to keep up with the games going on this weekend at Let's Go ICC. Coach Kelly Beth, thanks for your time, and good luck this season.
Thank you so much. Roll Tribe.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
It's the Little Caesars Pizza pregame with Pals, Pepsi, and pizza.
A pizza pregame with Pals, Pepsi, and pizza.
Totally.
Thanks, Matthew Pafford.
Order online before games and you could win the Total Touchdown prize pack.
Pizza. They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Time to build from. So each coach will come in and talk about each signing and tell a little bit about the position the player going to play and tell a little bit about themselves. So you get a chance to meet each coach.
Yes, I'll start it out, I guess. I'm Grant Kimberlin. I'm originally from DeSoto County. Know several people in here know me as well. It's glad that y'all are here. Originally from DeSoto County, ended up getting the opportunity to come over here and play. So I love this school. It is home to me. And so, getting the opportunity to work with Coach Macon in this recruiting class, we're putting together something very special. And what he's got in vision for this program is something special, and as an alumni, I love to see the vision that he's got of what this program and this school can be. And from our recruiting classes, you'll hear from other coaches. We've got the top guys in the state, really local guys as well. That's some guys that we could not pass on because they were right here in the backyard. But like you said, all-star players, multi-sport athletes, all the accolades that you can want from an athlete. And we're super excited about these guys joining us. And if you need anything from me, let me know. But Coach Kimberlin, great to have y'all here.
Good.
Good morning. Thank you guys for coming. My name is Kareem Moore. I'm the assistant head coach here, defensive back coach as well. Like Coach Kimberlin, I actually played here for a semester, going to school here, transferred down from Ole Miss. Definitely met a lot of great people. Some of those great people are still around to this day, but they definitely helped me, whether it's they've been a mentor, give me kind words, or just point me in the right direction with guidance. A little bit about myself. Played professional football for 4 years. Before that, I was at Ole Miss for 2 years. Ended up finishing up at Nicholls State, D2 school in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Had a great time there. I was All-American a couple of years. Just really wanted to get back and giving coaches, in the profession rather than the coaching, giving something back to the children. Right now, whatever I can do for you guys, let me know. From any aspect, definitely looking forward to it. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. I'm Coach AR. I'm the offense coordinator, quarterback coach here. Originally coming from Southern California, that's where I grew up out in Huntington Beach, so a bit of a mile away from home. Played high school ball up there. Got into coaching really young. I actually spent my junior college years coaching ball at the high school level. Got my degree from Auburn University. Went back to Southern California for a couple more years. Coached at Fullerton College. Took a leap over at University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, an FCS school right outside of Little Rock, where I spent the next 3 years there. Originally was an assistant receivers coach, and then was a running backs coach there. In 2020, took opportunity, 21, up at D2 school, startup program at Bluefield State. Had a good 2-year run there. Got introduced to Coach Macon down here, and essentially he explained to me the vision of what he was doing, told me a lot about ICC and the type of place that it was, and I was excited to hear about it and learn about it. So came down here on another leap of faith back to the south, and I've loved every minute that I've been down here. It's, everybody's been very hospitable and great. I think the program's headed in a great direction. I was joking with the other day, I feel like we're really making something special. Hopefully get that hashtag trending on Twitter. But I'm really excited for what we got going on. Like I said, it's a really special place. Campus is beautiful, feels like a four-year institution. Really, really excited to spearhead this thing in the right direction. But again, I'm Coach AR. If you guys need anything, I believe I've met everybody already in the room. But feel free to come chop it up with me. Be it football or anything else. I don't mind talking about anything. So thank you guys.
Good morning. I'm Coach Hill. I'm new here as well. I'm originally from the DC, Maryland area. I coach the offensive line and tight ends. I'm excited about being here. I really didn't know much about Mississippi, but it's been very cold. I was deceived. I did not know it was going to be this cold. Other than that, the food's been great. You guys have been great to me. And if you have any questions for me, just don't be shy. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Coach Justin Lucas. I'm the linebackers coach and also the defense coordinator here. I'm originally from Aberdeen, Mississippi, 40 minutes down the road. My football journey started at East Mississippi. I went there, played there for 2 years, part of the 2 national championship teams. Had a lot of success, was able to go on and play at 4-year at Troy University in Alabama. My junior year was a little rough, went 5 and 7, but coach called me to the office, told me like, you gotta do more. I was like, what you mean do more? He said, you gotta become more of a leader. You're doing what you're part on the field, but you're not doing your part off the field. And I kind of took that on, that leadership role, and then my senior year, we became, had one of the biggest turnarounds in college football. We went from 5 and 7 and went to 10 and 3. It was like our first team win season in I think 10 years or maybe less. So then, come through my senior year, had a couple of injuries. It was torn between, do I still want to play football? What did I want to do? But my heart wanted to play football, but my body definitely just couldn't do it no more. So I kind of had a conversation with my mom. She was just like, well, how did you get here? And I had really good coaches all through high school, even Pee Wee, junior college. So I got into the coaching. I was a graduate assistant for 2 years at Troy University. We had a lot of success, had 3 straight 10+ win seasons. I got an opportunity to get my own room at Fall University in Montgomery. There for 2 years, and then I came over here to join Coach Macon the end of COVID in 2020. Came over here with this opportunity to be with him, and I'm at home. You know what I mean? This is my home. My dad lives in Amory, my mom lives in Aberdeen, so being close to home, being around here is just amazing. I'm excited about it. I think we signed a really good class. We're going to be fairly young next year, but we're going to have a very talented class. Also, I couldn't end this. She's probably in the back somewhere, but Miss Madison, she's one of our recruiters on campus, and she did an amazing job. She did an amazing job. I would say because the first time we did a visit, I think the first visit we had to do it on our own. Then we kind of went in and scheduled visits for her, and she was the lead recruiter. And every question that needed to be answered by parents and anybody that was coming in, she answered it. She was well spoken, and she was great for us. Parents have been bragging on her since. Yeah, they called me like, yeah, I love the visit. I really love the little short girl that did the visit. So, but she was amazing for us, and she's really just as more important as we are too. Because I mean, we do all the recruiting out here, but once we got on campus, she kind of literally took the role for me, and I just want to give her praise as well. So,
thank you so much. I really enjoyed it, and I actually got to have a reconnection with one of y'all's recruits. His high school came on a group tour last week, and his mom is actually a teacher there, and they were just ecstatic and came right up to me and remembered me and asked if I remembered them and told me how excited they were that he was committing and everything. So it was just a full circle, so thank y'all so much for letting me be involved in it.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Little Caesars Detroit-style deep dish pizza has caramelized crispy cheese edges and a soft, chewy center. Do you love it, Matthew Stafford?
I'm not a walking billboard.
Okay, never mind.
Pizza, pizza.
Get Little Caesars Detroit-style deep dish pizza for just $8.99.
Pizza, pizza.
It's the Little Caesars Pizza pregame with Pals, Pepsi, and pizza.
A pizza pregame with Pals, Pepsi, and pizza.
Totally.
Thanks, Matthew Pafford.
Order online before games and you can win prizes like Super Bowl 57 tickets.
Pizza, pizza.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
What we're gonna do, since Coach Lucas is already up here, he's gonna talk about some of the signees, you know, on the defensive side, and each coach is gonna talk about their position that we signed. So we'll start, since he's already up. Put you on the spot. Put you on the spot like that. So let's see what we got at the top. Khalil. All right, so again, Khalil Carrington, coming from Shannon High School, is going to play D-line for us. Really long, versatile kid. We kind of got on him early in the recruiting process when we was at Kahoma. We was able to get back in on him when we got here at ICC. Very versatile, elite pass rusher, uses his hands really well. He has an elite skill set. His dad played in the league for a while, so he's going to come in and be an immediate contributor for us. Next guy we got Jordan Johnson. He's plays at Magnolia Heights. He's going to be a hybrid kid for us. He can play a lot of positions on the back end. I think he can play most safety positions. He can play the nickel position for us. He's about 6'1", 6'2", 185, really athletic kid. Can run, play in space, can tackle well. That's what you're going to see the growing theme here is that we have a bunch of kids that are really long, really fast, and really athletic. And a lot of these kids play both sides of the ball. So he's going to be a really good one for us. The next kid I got, Jalen Peters. He's coming out of Aberdeen, Mississippi. 6'2", 195 kid. Like I said, really can play both positions in the back end. He played primary corner. I think he's going to play in transition to the safety position for us. But like I said, he's going to be a really good addition to us in the back end. Next guy I got, Jaden Walker. Jaden Walker is another kid out of Aberdeen, Mississippi. He was Bernard Blackwell All-Star. Again, played well. He was one of the kids, one of the highly touted linebackers coming out. We kind of competed with a bunch of high-profile JUCOs, Mississippi, Northwest, Gulf Coast. A lot of those guys were after them, and we was able to keep them home. And then that was one of the biggest things when we came in. We want to keep our top guys at home. And Jaden's going to play outside linebacker for us. Again, he played in Bernard Blackwell, played well. I think he had 10 tackles and a sack in that game. So he's going to be an immediate impact player for us on the defensive line and linebacker position. The next kid I got is Alex Larry. Alex Larry is an interior D tackle for us, coming out of Greenwood. Larry, we actually beat him on the Division I. He had Mississippi Valley, and they brought him up, but he liked the vision that me and Coach Macon talked to him about. Also, Coach Alex was a Bernard Blackwell All-Star as well. Again, he's a versatile kid that can play multiple positions on the front. He can play the nose, the three technique, and the end. So he's a kid that, again, all these kids are going to be immediate impact players for us. The next kid I got is Jacoby Miles. Jacoby Miles is one of the out-of-staters that we signed. He's come from Heritage High School in Georgia. Again, he was a kid that had a couple of Division I offers early in the recruiting process. We was able to get on him early, and we signed him. Again, Jacoby's going to play defensive line for us. Like I said, he can play multiple positions on the front. Primarily going to be either that anchor end for us because of how athletic he is. He's about 6'2", 285. I think he moves like he plays linebacker. So, again, another intermediate impact player for us. The next guy I got on my list is Jamarion Scott. Jamarion Scott was coming out of Tupelo, Mississippi. Like I said, another growing theme is a local guy. Jamarion played defensive end for Tupelo. He was also in the Magnolia Prep All-Star. Again, Jamarion's will come in. He's going to play that end or outside linebacker bandit kid for us. Elite pass rusher, played for Tupelo. Tupelo saw the success they had this year, went all the way to the North Halves, and he was a big part of that. So we're excited to have him a part of it. The next guy I got on my list, JT. So right here, Jaden Thompson, inside, outside linebacker from Shannon High School, 6'3", 6'4", about 235, athletic kid, can run, can close, can play in space. I think he was one of the top guarded kids in the state this year. We was able to, again, he had Gulf Coast, Northwest, a lot of big time JUCOs, and we was able to keep him at home.
And because a lot of that had to do with our relationship, a lot of that had to do with Coach Moore, his relationship with him. So again, we're excited about keeping him at home. Like I said, he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Like I said, he can play the inside, outside linebacker, he can play outside on the edge. He's just a versatile player, versatile defender. He's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Next kid I got is Alex Dawkins. Alex Dawkins coming out of New Hope High School. He's going to play primarily the nickel position for us, which is like a hybrid DB outside linebacker. Again, 6'1"ish, about 185, extremely long kid, very athletic. He also played quarterback for his school at New Hope as well. So he's, again, that growing thing of a true athlete that can play both sides of the ball. He's going to play DB for us, so sorry, Coach AR, he's not going to play quarterback. But he's an athletic kid, and he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Also, we have his teammate, Alex McCarter. He's going to play inside linebacker for us. Great kid. He was a kid early in the recruiting process, had Jackson State, Arkansas State, had some injuries, so we were able to kind of flew through the radar a little bit, and we was able to sign him. And he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Again, versatile kids, about 6'1", about 220, can move, play different spots on the linebacker. He's a true leader for his team. So, and he's been regarded as one of the top linebackers even when he was a sophomore. So keeping him there was a great impact player for us. The next guy I got is Zach Pratt Jr. This is probably one of the marquee DBs in the state this year. He was in the Magnolia All-Star game. He caught 2 interceptions. Was defensive MVP. This is a kid that regarded throughout this whole state was probably one of the top, I say top 10 DBs in the state. Versatile kid, can play safety, can play corner. So he was like one of our top priority kids to get. Like I said, Coach Kareem Moore did an amazing job with him. And he's going to come in and play primarily corner for us. He's going to play a lot of safety as well. So he's kind of the kid that's you can be able to move around. He's going to be an immediate impact player in our secondary as well. Coming out, next guy I got is J.D. Melvin. This defensive end from Starkville, Mississippi. J.D. is right now, I think he's like 6'6", 225, 235. By the time he gets here and by the time his freshman sophomore year, I think he'd be about 250, 260. I think he has a chance to, if he does the right, play Power 5 or even play on Sundays. He's just that type of skill set, what he looks like. He's going to play in for us. Really athletic kid. He was part of a really good Starkville team that won the state championship. So having him going into Starkville was, again, he was another kid that growing thing that Gulf Coast, East Mississippi, all these different types of JUCOs, and we was able to come in, recruit him, develop him, the relationship with him, and he's going to come in and he's going to be an immediate impact player for us as well. Next kid I got is Tyrese Irby. He's from Columbus High School. He's going to play defensive end, defensive tackle for us. He's another kid, athletic kid, also play offensive tackle for Columbus as well. So again, growing things with guys playing both sides of the ball. He's really athletic, really good ball get off. I think he's an elite pass rusher. So he's going to come in and be an immediate impact player for us, especially on third down situations when we need a guy to rush the pass and go get a sack for us. Next kid is Brevon Warren from Olive Branch. Again, kid going to play defense end through technique for us. Again, it's a kid that played really good high-level football at Olive Branch. Came in, was a kid we kind of got on late because of, we got here early in December, but Coach Macon does a really good job with him, recruiting him, and me and Coach Moore, and he came in and was able to kind of flip him and get him committed. I think he's going to play, again, like he's going to be an immediate impact player for us. Really good with his hands, really physical kid. So that's again, like all these kids going to come in and be an immediate impact player for us. The next kid I got, Xavier Dilworth. He's an athlete for us. He may play offense or defense. Don't really know yet. Just as good as he is on one side of the ball, he is. He's from Nettleton. Again, growing thing, local kid. Was a Magnolia All-Star. He actually played wide receiver and some Wildcat quarterback in that game. So he's one of those athletes that's going to help us out not only on the defense or offense, but he's also going to help us out in the return game as well. So Xavier Dillard was a great kid. Got on him early and was able to keep him at home. He had a couple of schools coming in. Well, we made a good relationship. Coach Kareem, Coach Macon did a really good job with that one. Dylan Rousey, safety from Biggersville. Bernard Blackwell, All-Star, did a really good job in the All-Star game. We watched him, recruiting him, developed him. Just watching him, I think he's probably one of the most, I would say, college-ready safeties in the state. Just seeing him play, the way he moves, the way he tackles in space, his IQ for the game is high level at being a 17, 18-year-old kid in high school. You really don't see that early. You kind of see that with like sophomores, juniors, and he has that right now. So he's going to play safety for us. He's going to be a really good player for us. He's a kid that we're going to depend on to play really, really early. But again, like I said, he's been playing a lot of football since he was, I think Spencer started since he was in 9th grade. So that kid, Mr. Dylan's going to be a really good player for us, and we're going to expect him to play early as well. EJ Stonewall, again, is a really good athlete coming out of Houston, Mississippi, 6'3", 200 pounds. We recruit him as an athlete. He plays wide receiver, but he also plays corner for Houston. He's one of those kids, it's the growing theme of what everybody, the modern DB, that 6'2", 6'3" guy that is really, really long but can run. It's kind of what that defensive back era is going to. And to be able to keep that kid in and sign him was really, really huge. Again, like I said, he could play offense, he can play the outside receiver, he's really long, can catch the ball really well. He also can come play corner for us. So he's one of those cats that you sign him and you figure out what he can play later. So, but hopefully, but again, he's going to be one of those kids that we depend on really, really early to come in and play. Cameron Haynes, again, another athlete that we had, played out of Amory High School, played safety, played wide receiver, played slot outside, played corner, played safety. He's just a tremendous athlete. Again, kid that's going to come in, play for us. Don't know what side of the ball he'll be there, but like once he get here, we'll probably figure that out. Can really, really run, can really play in space, can tackle well, can play the deep ball well. So it's a kid that we're going to depend on to come in and play and contribute to us for sure. I think I hit everybody. One more kid, TK Kyron. Is an outside linebacker out of Oxford, Mississippi. As a kid that played, he's primarily going to play that hybrid nickel wheel linebacker for us. He's a kid about 200 pounds, about 6 foot. Played at Oxford, so he played against played high level football in Mississippi. He's a kid that I've been recruiting since since he was a junior. In his junior year, and just built that relationship for him. So to keep that same relationship, I'm changing schools. It's kind of different, but that's kind of the growing theme is how we got a bunch of these high-level kids as we built great relationships with them throughout recruiting. So again, he's a kid that's going to come in and contribute early for us. I think.
Are these all incoming freshmen?
All incoming freshmen.
Have you got any sophomores coming back that are going to help you?
Yeah, so right now, as far as on defense, Phil Oliver is a linebacker, played at Horn Lake, started I think 6 of the 9 games they played last year. He's going to play, going to depend on him a lot. Dontavius Allen played interior D tackle for us. He's coming out of Horn Lake as well. We're going to change his position a little bit. He's going to actually move to our bandit outside linebacker pass rusher. Another kid, Eric Watley, played safety for us. Played safety for them last year. I think he started all 9 games. Played, I think 5 of them he was at safety. Like the last 4, he moved down to the nickel position. So he's a really versatile kid that's going to play a lot for us next year. Ryan Mosawhite, kid that played at DeSoto County. Again, he played inside linebackers for us as well. He's a kid that we're going to depend on a lot as well. Jarquez Ivy he's going to come in, transition to our nickel position. Played at Amory High School last year, played a lot. And Jarquez Tucker out of Calhoun City, played interior D tackle for us, primarily at nose guard. And we also have an out-of-stater, Will Spain, Gordon, Alabama. I think he started 5 of the games last year, so we got a lot of experience coming back. But we are going to be fairly young. But we do got, because we're going to depend on those guys to be leader and help be that bridge for the young guys. Because again, it's a big transition from being a senior in high school to going against college and junior college level. So we're going to depend on those guys to be the bridge for. Those guys are going to be young, but like I said, we're going to be fairly young in that on the defensive side of the ball.
Good.
Defense
good.
All right, so I'll talk about the quarterbacks and running back real quick, and then invite Coach Hill and Coach Gilman to talk about some of the guys in their position group as well. First guy I'll talk about, a big quarterback out of Georgia, Raven County, Keegan Stover. He's about 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds, a bigger body kid. True quarterback. He's going to come in sharp as attack. Played 2 big-time programs down there for high school. With a 2-year starter at West Forsyth High School. Then transferred over to Raven County to play his senior year. Was a leading senior passer in the state of Georgia with 3,600 yards throwing. So again, he's going to be a guy to come in here and be able to play the quarterback position as a true drop back thrower. Kind of push the ball downfield and throw it a country mile. You know, so I think he's going to be great for us. Sharp as attack, like I was saying. So he'll be able to pick up that offense and get us rolling really day one. So really excited to have him. Running back position, another guy I'm really excited. You'll see him popping up here on the TV right now. Charleston French. I'm thrilled to get him. You know, he was a guy that we brought down here and, you know, sold the program to him, and, you know, he was able to see campus and see everything and really enjoyed his time here. I think he'll be a day one impact for us. Built really well. Hardest worker in the room. Always posting videos on his social media of him in the weight room, sending me videos through text of him getting 5 a.m. workouts in. So again, really excited to have Charleston. Another guy that we're bringing in, Thomas Klein right here, tight end. He'll be very versatile for us. Going to ask him to do a lot at the position. Smart guy, has a lot of football experience, so he'll be able to run the true tight end position, be it put his hand in the dirt or even line him up in the H-back sniffer position. Can get him out on routes, catch the football a little bit. He's a powerlifting type of guy as well, so he don't mind getting dirty and mixing it up at the line of scrimmage as well. So we'll get him blocking some guys and, you know, be able to pop up, open some runs for Charleston French for us right there. Yeah. Also local kid as well, so two local guys that I'm really excited to get. I think they're going to come in and again be day one impacts, and that's what I'm going to ask for them. You know, kind of how Coach Luke was saying, we're going to be young, but you know, young youth don't scare me. It just means you got to grow up a little quicker. The best way to grow up is by playing. So, other running back we're bringing in was really an athlete in high school. Going to transition to more a true running back role is Jamarcus Shines out of Shannon High School. Again, what I'm excited about him is he actually played quote-unquote quarterback in high school. So really he was just the best player out there. That said, hey, let's snap it to him and kind of let him do what he wants to do with it. So again, he's going to be able to be a smart guy in the backfield alongside you know, our quarterback, which is, you know, again going to be valuable from running back because we're going to get him out of that backfield, get him the ball on some screens, catch the football, as well as run the ball. So again, I think he's going to do good stuff for us as well, Jamarcus Shines. Those are the guys we have coming in at the quarterback, running back spot. I'll invite Coach Kimberlin to talk about some of the wideouts we got.
We'll talk about the wide receivers that we got coming in. So, like Coach Lucas was saying, there's multiple guys that are versatile athletes. You know what I'm saying? Where they play the defensive side very well, but they also play the offensive side very well. So wherever they fit best is, like Coach Luke said, is where they're going to end up. But they're great athletes for us. But in the receiver room, I know one from Itawamba High School, Zion Ashby, multi-sport athlete, Bernard Blackwell guy, very, very fast, guy with some speed, and using his versatility in the run game, but also in the pass game is very, very useful for us. I know he's a very strong athlete with powerlifting. I know there could be some records set with him in there, and if you see him, he might not look the part, but he is a guy that is a ball player and loves the game of football and a very mature athlete for an 18-year-old. That's something that is going to benefit him at the next level because of how mature he is with his work and his academics. Another guy that's coming in is Ethan Miner from DeSoto Central High School. He's about 6'2", 6'3", 185, 190. He's a taller body athlete. Plays basketball as well, so one of those guys that is a versatile athlete, whether it's catching a ball deep, jumping up, making plays, but also a very mature athlete as well. And that's one thing that we had honed in on for these athletes is making the guys, or recruiting guys that are mature to come in and handle the work that we ask them to do. So he's going to be one that comes in and it makes an immediate impact with the guys that we have returning. The next guy for our group is Jermaine Strong. Now, he is a versatile athlete, multi-sport athlete, played a little bit of quarterback, a little bit of DB, a little bit of receiver, but a guy that has the athletic ability to take it to the next level for this program, whether it's the ball in his hands or making a play down the field. He's one of those guys, a very smart athlete as well, understands the game of football and wants to learn the game of football. And I'm very excited about those three guys. But like you said, returning guys, I've got three guys returning that are very important to us. I know Zay Davis from Biggersville, he'll be returning. A guy last year that made a lot of plays for us. Azarius Smith, originally from Georgia, he'll be returning. Big time athlete, long athlete with a lot of athletic ability. And then Keyshawn Sessom, another Olive Branch guy, a very, very versatile athlete, whether it's in the pass game or in the run game, like these guys that we're recruiting. But those three will be returning to bring along those young guys and to bridge that gap, like Coach was saying, from the high school athletics to the college. The transition, make that a lot easier. But we're excited about those. I know personally I'm excited about getting the opportunity to coach those guys. I'll take Coach Hill for the offensive line.
Good morning again. I want to talk about Button Lakes from Houston High School. He's a young guy who play a lot of inside for his guards, both guards, centers. I like his aggressiveness. He seems to be a smart kid as well. I haven't spoken to him that much, but our conversations have been very good when we do have them. And Terry Claiborne from Starkville High School, coach's hometown. I've met him. He'll play guard, center guard. Very, very aggressive, very smart. He can coach very well. Has great technique as well. I'm very excited for him because I think he'll be able to bring leadership, even though he's a young guy. Oh, Andrew Morgan. He's from Itawamba High School. Yes, he's a natural center. I'm excited about him as well. I hope he can help us early because we don't really have a center right now. But yeah.
Just talk about DBs coming back. They got Justin Davis, the out-of-state guy. Alabama, definitely a great player, great athlete. Definitely is going to help out in the back end, grouping some of those young guys like Zach Pratt from Tupelo, Xavier Dilworth from Nettleton. Just really getting those guys ready for the mental and the physical attributes that they're going to need to succeed on the field and off the field. Another young man, like I said, E.J. Wally. He actually had to leave this morning, has some family issues, but definitely a great, smart guy. Can definitely get some things done from Oxford. Like I said, good ball, good pedigree of football that they actually played against, and as well as being here competing last year, starting all 9 games. It's just going to be a great sight to see guys come out, but also as a whole on special teams, we got Dylan Thompson. He's a kicker punter from Amory, guy that can do it all, field goals, punt, and kickoff. He'd definitely be a great addition for us. Just really, as far as our special teams, we also got a transfer in, Frank Serio, came in from Mississippi Delta, a guy that definitely came to work, had a great year last year, but now with being here definitely can bring some added field position for us in the special teams game. So all those guys are going to contribute. We'd love to see you guys come out, whether it's practice, the spring game that we're going to have, anything that we can get you guys a part of, we'd love to have you.
Thank the coaches for coming talking about each one of the signees. And again, guys, we want to thank y'all for helping us celebrate this day. And we want to tell y'all, welcome to the new ICC. Let's get ready to have some fun and win some ball games. Thank y'all.
So when are you gonna get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from them, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back here to Live with the Tribe as we're going to check out this week in ICC athletics. Now, of course, this time of year when we talk about some of our sporting events when it comes to, say, golf, baseball, softball, tennis, this schedule is weather pending. So you can imagine with the way the weather's been the last few weeks, there could be some changes early on in the season, but hopefully Mother Nature will start to agree with us a little bit more and let us get in a few of these ball games early on. Now let's see what's happening on Monday. The men's golf team, they will open up the second half of their season as it'll be day one of the Pearl River Invitational. And then at 5:30, the women's basketball team will host Northwest. That game will tip off at 5:30. It'll also be available on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel. Also at 5:30, the men will tip things off in Senatobia as they'll look to rebound against the Rangers to get back on their winning ways after dropping that game against Meridian on Thursday. Tuesday, it'll be day two of the Pearl River Invitational as the golf team will wrap up the play there. Actually, be their only match this month, so it'll be hopefully the golf team will come out and have a good start to the second half of their season. Then the softball team, they will host Northwest Shoals for their home opener. It'll be a doubleheader here in Fulton. Game 1 scheduled to start at 2 o'clock. Game 2, roughly right around that 4:30 mark here in Fulton. Of course, if you can't make it, the game will be available on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Now, we don't have anything going on Wednesday, so we'll have our Water Play Wednesday brought to you by Renaissance Bank. You can check that out on social media as well as our YouTube page. Just simply search Water Play Wednesday. Use that hashtag, all one word, Water Play Wednesday, to see what our play of the week would be. Then on Thursday is back to basketball. The men will host Southwest Mississippi with a 5:30 First American National Bank opening tip here from Fulton. That game will be available on the red channel of Let'sGoICCTV.com. And then the women, well, they'll hit the road all the way down to Summit, one of the longest road trips of the year for any of our sporting teams. That game will tip off at 6 p.m. On Friday, the tennis teams will open their season in Decatur, Alabama, as they'll take on the University of Tennessee Southern. I believe that used to be known as Martin Methodist. So, the tennis teams will get things started there in Decatur, Alabama. And then on Saturday, we've got a couple of doubleheaders, baseball and softball. Baseball will be on the road as they open their season at Calhoun. It'll be a noon opening pitch for Game 1, and then right around 2:30 for Game 2 there at Calhoun. And then the softball team, they will host Marion Military. Game 1 will be at 1 p.m., 3 p.m. for Game 2. And that's what's coming up this week in ICC Athletics. We're going to take a break and wrap things up here on Live with the Tribe right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
Corbin, big day for you signing to continue your career over at Blue Mountain. Just talk about this day and what it means to you.
This day means a lot. I've worked hard to get here, and I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to play at Blue Mountain next year, and obviously very blessed to play here at Awamba. I've enjoyed my time here, and thanks to Coach Boggs, I was able to play here. I can't wait to see what this spring holds for our team. I think we have a good run at it this year.
Okay, well, like you said, you know you're not done here, but just talk about this time here at ICC, what it's meant to you to be able to build to get to that next level.
What it's meant to me is it's changed me a lot. As a person, I've realized I don't need to worry about a lot of other mess. Just worry about my academics more than anything, especially over golf, because if you don't have the grades, you can't play at the next level.
Ross, exciting day, signing to continue your career over at Blue Mountain. Talk about this day, what it means to you.
Very exciting day. Truly blessed to have this opportunity. Thanks to Coach Boggs, can't really say enough about him. Pushing me every day, really, helping me strive to be not only the golfer I want to be, but young man I want to be, and wouldn't also be here without my parents' support, and thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, well, talk about your time here at ICC and what it's meant to you to be able to help to get you to the next level.
All I can really say is I'm blessed. Coach Boggs, like I said, gave me a chance. Didn't really have a whole lot coming out of high school, which, a lot of people develop late, but it's part of it. Got to grind, work hard, and hard work beats talent when talent feels to work hard.
Congrats, and we look forward to keeping up with you at the next level.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach, what an exciting day. You got two guys signing with Blue Mountain, going on to the next level there. Talk about Ross, talk about Corbin, what they've meant to the program so far this year, what you expect out of them this spring, and what you expect to see out of them at the next level.
Yeah, Corbin and Ross have been great. Being my first year as a head coach here at ICC, they've really helped the team come together. They kind of helped me as a head coach as well, just kind of make my job a little bit easier. But no, I can't say enough about them. They've put in the work. Super excited about them going to the next level to Blue Mountain. I know they'll do great things there, and hopefully we'll do great things this semester to go ahead and wrap up a great year. And hopefully we can get to regionals with Corbin or Ross and the rest of the guys. So super excited, super proud of them.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.